bag. I'm a man of my word because I want to get this done. I like doing it, and I don't like falling behind on anything. Hold on, let me get you all the Oh, Yoshito, if you're still here, thanks for fucking dropping by, man. Sorry that you came right at the end of the last stream, but I was just streamed for 5 hours, and I was like, okay, since no one else is on, I was like, I need to I physically need to do my lesson again before anyone else gets back on. Because if I don't, I'm literally just gonna keep playing until I die. And then fuck up tomorrow's lesson, you know. And I don't want to fucking do that. I want to get all of these lessons done. So let's go to here and make sure that we're on. It says we're streaming, so we're good. And then we, oh, let's see. Frank's hot dog eating hot wieners. No, I don't care for Good Mythical Morning Egg. They're alright. I like watching them. Oh, hot dog wieners and Frank's? Oh, ooh, oh. How it's made? Fuck yeah. I get off to that shit. You know, what about, hold up. I like looking at this dude's videos because he just makes meals. Like, look at this. Also, follow him because he's Japanese and he says words in Japanese and then repeats them in English, so it's understandable to my English ears. I don't like that though. I'm not saying you can't eat food like how you want to eat food, because if you want to all over your food, go ahead. I won't. Just if you have guests over next time, man, you should definitely rethink that strategy of yours. Just because, it clearly isn't working out all too well for you.
私は妻とご飯を食べています。
So, 私は妻 that's a wife. So, 私は妻とご飯を食べています. So, is this me and my wife eating rice, or 妻とご飯? Oops. Fucking hell. 妻とご飯を食べています. Tabemas. Polite of to eat. Well, again, that doesn't help me all too much. I assume this is just watashi wa tsuma to gohan o tabete imasu. So, me and my wife are eating rice. That's really all it could be. Kazoku wa... I know game wo shite imasu. So, kazoku wa game wo shite imasu. The family is playing a game. 女の子はおじいさんと本を読んでいます。And then here, It's either tsuma for wife or fuck, what was husband? The other word for husband. Like, I just remember okusan. And what was the other one?
彼らは子供とゲームをしています。
Oh, they are playing games with their kids. They are playing games with their kids. So, is this one going to be, yeah, that is this one that I said right here. 女の子はおじいさんと本を読んでいます。
女の子はおじいさんと本を読んでいます。
This is, the girl is reading a book with her grandpa.
女の人はご主人と歩いています。
ご主人。女の人はご主人と歩いています。So, the woman is walking with her husband. I mean, yeah, it makes sense to me. 女の子は
友達。昼ご飯を食べています。
昼ご飯 so it's lunch. So, 女の子は友達と昼ご飯を食べています。
女の子は友達と昼ご飯を食べています。男の子は友達。
Is it と男の子は友達と泳いでいます。Because it wouldn't be wa. Because we already have the subject.
泳いでいます。
泳いでいます。
私は主人。お茶を飲んでいます。
私は主人とお茶を飲んでいます。So this is when you like adding nouns like a person, place, or thing, and T is a thing, and hey, there you go.
私は主人とお茶を飲んでいます。
お茶を飲んでいます。
男の人は奥さん。車の中にいます。
男の人は奥さん。I gotta see why my dogs are
男の人は奥さんと車の中にいます。
You know, you always need to go and see the reason for your dog's barking. And then every single time I go and look, I'm like, wait, my dogs are just dumb. That's why they're barking. So, what is this? Otoko no ko wa oji-san to, or oba-san to something? Oba-san no ie ni kite imasu. Hold up. Oops, I spelled that wrong. The girl does something to the house. The girl is coming to the friend's house. Kiteimasu is the continuous form of the verb kuru, which means to come. Kuru equals kimasu, to come. Kiteimasu, kiteiru, kiteiru equals coming. So I didn't know this is like, these are so confusing.
男の子はおばあさんの家に来ています。
So is this the boy is coming over to grandma's house? Is that what that is? Otoko no ko, this one is onna no hito wa pari ni kite imasu. The girl is coming to Paris, or the girl is going to Paris? The girl's in Paris? Like... Hold up. Fluent on its own. Hopefully, no one is that naive to believe that. Secondarily, Rosetta Stone is a half-decent program. If you know what you're getting, most people have no idea what they're actually buying. Yes, Rosetta Stone is this amazing marketing machine. Yet most people know little about the product. Rosetta Stone doesn't teach you the language, it teaches you vocabulary. There's a big distinction. Rosetta Stone is certainly not the method I would recommend to beginners. To a beginner that hopes to speak the language, Rosetta Stone, like other flashcard-based methods, digital or not, helps expand your vocabulary base, but that will not teach you the core of the language or the conversational skills. Knowing many words doesn't mean you can speak the language. I usually recommend Peninsular. I will look that up. To beginner students, if you want a method that focuses on conversational skills, Peninsular is the reference in my opinion. It's a real confidence builder, which is essential for new students. You will learn to train your ear to understand natives, an essential part of early learning, often overlooked by other methods. Develop very good pronunciation and acquire the core structure and grammar of your new language. Exactly what Rosetta Stone fails to do. It is also almost half the price of Rosetta Stone. Check Amazon. Once you are finished with Peninsular, that's when a vocabulary builder method such as Rosetta Stone. There are cheaper alternatives like buying Biki, Bobble, etc. As its place, daily conversation and language after completing Peninsular is a really good idea. What is Peninsular? Paul Peninsular. Interesting.
パリに来ています。
この二人は北京に来ています。Isn't Peking just friends or... Is it Peking? Oh, Peking. Ko この二人は北京に来ています。 Oh, that is the capital. So, 私は友達の家に来ています。
私は友達の家に来ています。
I'm coming over to my friend's house. And then right here, these two people are in Beijing.
この二人は北京に来ています。
Or going or coming to Beijing. I don't. That's just weird. 女の子は友達の家に来ています。
女の子は友達の家
に来ています。男の人はモスクワに住みに来ています。
男の人はモスクワに
he's coming to Russia.
男の人はモスクワに来ています。
ローマ
この
に来
家族
ていま
は
す。
ローマ。こ
男の
の家
子は
族は
おじいさ
ロー
ん
マに来
の家に
ています。
来ています。
男の子はおじいさんの家に。
This boy is coming over to his grandpa's house.
男の子はおじいさんの家に来ています。
I mean, that was an easy one. 私の
彼の足は草の上にあります。
彼の牛は草の上に来ています。So, his feet, and this is going to be 足の指. Like, it's like 足の指は水の中にいます。Like something like that. And that's obviously, 彼の足は草の上にあります。Alright, they use あります because it's just your feet, even though it's attached to you. So this one's gonna be, 足の指は水の中にあります。And this one's gonna be, 私の家族です。And then something about my family outside the house.
彼女の足の指は水の中にあります。
So 彼女の because it's a ladies. I knew because they look like they're pregnant. 彼女の足の指は so the ladies' toes are in the water.
これは私たちの家です。
これは私たちの家です。This is my house.
私の家族で
This
す。
is my family. My family.
私
の家族です。
私の家族です。
My family. これは私たちの家です。This is
これは
our
私た
house.
ちの家です。
彼の指はテーブル
上にあります。
の上に来ています。
彼の指はテーブルの上にあります。彼女手は窓の上にあります。
彼女の手は 'cause手 is hands. 彼女の手は
彼女の手は窓の上にあります。赤い家に住んでいます。
赤い家に住んでいます。So, live in a red house. Already, he's like, 赤い家に住んでいます。Live in a red house.
何をしていますか？
Isn't that like, していますか？ What are you doing? Stay, like, what are you doing? So, 何をしていますか？
妹と昼ご飯を食べています。
My little sister ate lunch.
私は妹とゲームをしています。
I'm playing a game with my
誰
sister.
と昼ご飯を食べています
誰
か？
と昼ご飯を食べていますか？ Who
ど
ate?
こに住んでいますか？
Where do you live?
押していますか？
何をしていますか？ What are you doing? 僕は病院に来ています。僕のお
僕は
ばあさん
病
です。
院に来ています。僕のおばあさんです。
Yeah, what are you doing? I'm
で
going to the
働い
hospital.
てい
I'm going
ま
to
す
the
か？
hospital to see my grandma. So 働いていますか？ So where do you work? どこで働いていますか？
どこで働いていますか？
レストランで働
レ
いてい
ストランで
ます。
働いています。
と夕ご飯を食べていますか？
So she wants to know who ate? So 誰と夕ご飯を食べていますか？
食べていますか？
主人と夕ご飯
My
を食べ
husband
ていま
ate
す。
dinner. See? Fucking easy mode. I do want to look at this, by the way, though. I might look at this before the end of the stream. No, I don't want to give feedback.
公園、
Coin, that's park. 学校, school. 病院 and restaurant.
レストラン、学校、病院。
女の人たちは働いています。
So the women are working.
男の子たちは遊んでいます。
The boys are playing.
男の人は働いてい
The
ま
man
す
is。working.
女の子は遊んでいます。
The girl is playing.
この医者は病院で働いています。
この医者は働いています。This doctor works at the hospital.
この男の人たちは公園で働いています。
So
この男の人たちは
この男の人たちは公園で働いています。This
この
men's
女
work
の
at
人たちは
work at the
レ
park.
スト
These
ラ
men
ン
work
で
at the park.
働いています。この先生は
学
学
校で
校で
働
働い
いていま
ています。
す。Fuck it up.
私は病院で働いています。
So 私は病院で働いています。I work at a hospital.
私は学校で働いています。
I work at a school.
私は学校で遊んでいます。
I play at school.
僕は公園で遊んでいます。
I play at the park. Man, fucking kid, do something with your goddamn life. Fucking.
彼女は外で走っています。
So, 外 is outside. So, この女の子は女の子の人
彼女は外で
Oh.
走
彼女の外で走っています。And this one is 彼の屋内で走っています。And this one is 男の人と女の人は外でサンドイッチを食べています。 And then this one is Kazoku wa Kazoku wa I don't know that what is on their table? There's chicken and rice and that's probably
知
dinner.
っています。
So kazoku wa kazoku wa Is it gonna be 家族は屋内で夕ご飯を食べています。
家族は家の中で夕ご飯を食べています。
家の中で They're inside the house.
家族は家の中で夕ご飯を食べています。
Yeah. Because you
彼
gotta
は
say where the
屋
fuck they
内
are.
で
Because
走っています。
like, where the fuck would they
男
be eating
の
if they're
人と
inside?
女の人は外でサンドイッチを食べています。
But like outside, like where outside? They could be on the fucking moon for all I goddamn know. There's outside on the fucking moon, probably, maybe.
この女の人たちは屋内で働いています。
I wasn't listening.
この女の人たちは屋内で働いています。
屋内で働いています。
こ
These
の
women work
女の
inside.
人は外で働いています。
Wait, what? Oh, oops, I'm an
こ
idiot.
の男の人たちは外で働いています。
These men work
こ
outside.
の男の人は屋内で働いています。
This man works inside.
昼です。
Hiru is afternoon. Yukata is evening. Fuck, what was morning? Akai? Is that it? I don't think that was it. I know this is Hiru.
夜です。
Yoru, that's a Yoru.
夜です。
Oh, that's night.
朝です。
Asa, that's morning.
夕方です。
And Yukata, that's evening. Yoru night.
男の子たちはご飯を食べています。
So,
夕方です。家族は夕ご飯を食べています。
Yukata desu. So, afternoon. And they're
夕
eating
方で
lunch.
す。家族は夕ご飯を食べています。夕
Oh,
方で
I'm
す。
not listening.
家族は夕ご飯を
I'm
Hiru
fucking
desu.
dumb.
男の人たちは
I'm fucking
Asa desu.
so dumb. I keep looking at these fucking clocks, but like, I hate looking at them. They're fucking wrong.
私たちは家の中で朝ごはんを食べています。
So, me and the family are eating inside.
私たちは家の中で朝ごはんを食べています。
私たちは外で夕ご飯を食べています。私たちは外で夕ご飯を食べています。
We're eating lunch outside.
私たちは家の中で夕ご飯を食べています。
What was it again?
私たちは家の中で夕ご飯を食べています。
So we are eating dinner inside. Inside the
私た
house.
ちは外で朝ごはんを食べています。
And we are eating breakfast outside.
彼は夜働きます。
Hatarakimasu. So, 彼は昼。
彼は夜
あ
働
夜
きます。
So, 働いた。
彼は夜働きます。
働きます。So,
彼は
彼
夜
は夜。So, he works at night.
彼女は夕方テレビを見ます。
彼女は夕方テレビを見ています。She watches
彼
TV at
は
night.
朝働きます。
he works. Wait.
彼は朝働きます。彼は朝働きます。
So he works mornings.
彼らは昼遊びます。
And they play in the afternoon.
どこで働いていますか？
私は病院で働いています。
I work at a hospital.
私は公園で
私は公園で働いています。
私は学校で働いています。
I work at a school.
私はレストランで働いています。
And I wonder where you work, Jack Skellington looking ass motherfucker.
いつ働いていますか？
Do you work?
私は昼働いています。
いつ働いていますか？
私は朝働いています。
So I work in the morning.
私は夜働いてい
I
ま
work
す。
at night.
いつ働いていますか？
And when do you work?
靴と靴下を履いています。
So he is wearing socks and shoes.
靴は履いていますが、靴下は履いていません。
He's wearing shoes but no
スー
socks.
ツは着ていますが、ネクタイはしていません。
So he's wearing a suit but no tie.
スーツを着てネクタイをしています。
Hey, I'm wearing a suit and tie. Cause he's fucking
彼は
fancy.
卵を持って食べています。彼は卵を持って食べています。
So he is holding an egg and eating it.
女の子は本を持っていますが読んでいません。
So she's holding a book but not reading.
女の子は本を持って読んでいます。
So she's holding a book and reading. Over
彼
here,
は卵を持っていますが食べていません。
he's holding an egg but not eating.
彼は仕事の前にコーヒーを飲みます。彼は仕事の前にコーヒーを飲みます。
So,
彼は仕事の前に
shigoto no mae ni. So, before he goes to work,
コーヒーを飲みます。
he drinks coffee.
彼女は昼ご飯の後に読みます。
Huh?
彼女は昼ご飯の後に読みます。
So she reads after lunch.
彼は寝る前に読みます。
Neru mae ni.
彼は寝る前に読みます。
I mean, obviously that one.
彼ら
And then they drink coffee before, I don't know, dinner. So they get fucking hyped up and stay up all goddamn night.
13個の卵。
13個の卵. So, 13 eggs. 14個のカップ. And 15枚のネクタイ. And then 16... 16枚のベルト。
14個のカップ。16本のベルト。15本のネクタイ。
Because for bowl, like that one, you change the bowl. 16本. Because a hon would just be weird.
17枚のお皿。
17枚のお皿. So, 17 plates. 18個のボール. And then flowers is sai. So, 19歳の花. Oh, and then books is weird as well. Wait, I think books is wrong. Books is sai. And it'd be like, need you, so, or, need you no, or need you sai no home.
19本の花。
Oh, home.
18個のボール。20冊の
Satsu. That's what it is for books because somebody decided that. Like, one of my favorite quotes is like, I'll do it after
何
this.
歳ですか？
How old are you?
私は14歳です。
何歳ですか？
私は19歳です。
GQ? Oh, damn, he's 19 years old, baby. Hell yeah.
おはようございます。
That's good morning.
こんにちは。
That's just hello.
おやすみなさい。
That's good night.
こんばんは。
And good evening.
夕方は今で書きます。
Yukata wa kaki?
夕方は今で書きます。夕方は今で書きます。
Yukata wa, so
夕方は今で書
so
きます
in。the evening you wrote?
どこで書きますか？
When did you write? Or where did
朝
you
は
write?
公園で書きます。
I read in the park. She read everywhere. She literally read everywhere in the goddamn. Okay, so hold up. I'm gonna just try and blaze through this next one so we can take a look. I said 5 minutes, but we all know that's a goddamn lie. Oh no, it's even gonna be like 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
教師。教
Hold up. I believe I have Kyo. Yeah, I have Kyo, U, and Shi. Kyo.
教う
Ooh. Yeah, it just means teacher. Ooh.
うし
She.
し教師
Kyoshi.
教師
I don't know where the box went. Kyo. Kyo.
きょう
Ooh.
うし
She.
し
Oh, I kicked the fucking desk. God damn it, I'm an idiot. So she, kyo, u.
ししきょ
Kyo.
きょ
And u.
うう
So u, she, kyo.
うしきょ
What would you just look at that? Okyaku-san.
お客さんお
Oh.
おきゃ
Kyo. 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 Kyo.
く
Ku.
くさ
So. So. So.
ん
Mmm.
ん
What is it with the A and E?
お客さん
Okyaku-san. 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 Kyaku sa.
きゃ
Kya.
きゃくさ
Yeah, I saw. Fuck off. Ku.
く
Ku sa kya.
くさ
Kya.
きゃきゃ
Fucking hate this thing. So sa kya ku.
さきゃく
Let's gonna put them all together.
し
She, here, boom.
きゃ
Kya is the one with the little weird thingy.
く
Boom.
うさきょ
Oh, that was it. Well, god damn it, I was wanted to see that.
教
So
師
kyoshi or kyakusan.
お客さん
Huh? Oh. God damn it. I just put kyakusan. Okay, so we're not gonna go into core lesson number 3, but I'm glad that we're there, and I did rush to there when I didn't, like, take my time and, like, drill it into my goddamn brain as hard as I do the other ones. But that's because I do want to see what people have to say about Pimsleur. An honest review from a polyglot. It's made 3 years ago.
So today is a beautiful day here in Vancouver. It's spring already, and I thought, hey, why not just make a video in the park? And I'm holding this ridiculous selfie stick and making a video with it, and people will find me funny, but it's okay. I don't mind. Anyways, so today I wanted to talk about Pimsleur and my experience with it, because I think that may be useful for whoever wants to try it. And I'm gonna disclaim it right away that I have no association with them. Nobody, of course, paid me to do this. I don't know anyone associated with the company. I think it's Simon and Schuster Incorporated or something. It's a publishing company that does Pimsleur. Anyway, so I've used Pimsleur a lot, actually, for a few languages. I started learning Mandarin with Pimsleur. I started learning Russian with Pimsleur. And for both of them, I actually did 45 hours of Pimsleur in total over the course of a few months or whatever. I must say that I did enjoy it in many ways, and there were some things that, however, I didn't enjoy as much. So I see really advantages and disadvantages, like, you know, anyone will find in any sort of language program. I'll start with the advantages. First, right at the beginning, they teach you how to say things that are a bit useful. So, for example, like, I understand a little bit of the language in that target language. Things like, you know, hello, how are you, and so on. So, right after the first couple of hours with Pimsleur, and by the way, of course, it's an audio program, you're going to be able to have a quick chat in the language. A very, very quick chat, but a chat nonetheless. And basically, I like the spaced repetition that they do. So you're prompted to actually, they will ask you, oh, how do you say this or that? And it forces you to think and use that.
I mean, that's nice.
And basically, if you focus on pronouncing things well, you should be able to develop decent pronunciation. So those are things that I like about it, and also of course after the first 15 hours, which is like normally one module, more popular languages will have 3 or even 4 modules, so that's 15 hours per module, so 3 modules is 45 hours, and that's what I did for both Russian and Mandarin. However, many other languages only have 1 module, so that's just 15 hours. And if you only have those 15 hours, by the end of them, you will be able to have,
boring, but it works.
Quick basic chat. You're going to be able to express some things like also some numbers and directions and so on. And what else? Now, disadvantages. One thing that I find is that, I think that a lot of people are going to find it a bit boring. I was excited to do it, so I didn't find it that boring.
Makes sense.
Another thing is that as you go into the program and as you're doing it, they start presenting things that I personally don't find that useful. So, for instance, directions. I really don't care about.
No one's ever gonna ask me. I'm a white man.
Target language.
They ask me for directions. I'm gonna give it to him in English.
And
dumb bitch.
What else?
Fuck outta here.
Also talk a lot about family and so on. So
Hate that it gave me a blowjob during
necessarily
it.
need to talk
I have a
about your
wife.
family in your target language. You are going to be taught that in Pimsleur. And another disadvantage is that you can't really skip the sessions or the lessons. So let's say that you're finding a specific topic boring, you can't really skip it, because then you're going to be missing out on a lot of information, and so you have to do it sort of like linearly, which is I see it as kind of as a disadvantage, just in the sense that if you don't like the material, then you're kind of stuck with it. And but all in all, I think that Pimsleur is a decent way to just start with a language. Of course, you're not going to be fluent after the 45 hours, but if you do all 3 modules, right, like I did with Russian and Chinese, by the end I was able to have some decent basic conversations, bordering on low
It's
intermediate.
the best for beginners. You have to actually hear phrases and repeat them. You're right, though. They definitely will not make you fluent, but sort of.
With the language,
Okay.
it can be a good thing. So there we go.
Pimsleur isn't made to completely teach you the vocabulary needed to speak the language with fluency. The amazing thing about Pimsleur is that it basically offers an in-depth elocution pronunciation lesson whilst drilling some fundamental grammatical concepts. I would fully recommend Pimsleur. It's a truly great program. Pimsleur, coupled with true study of the language, learning a huge amount of vocabulary, learning the grammar is really powerful. Interesting. I mean, who knows, maybe I would want to try it for a week and then fucking drop in. With a near perfect accent. Yeah, okay. I got a fucking problem speaking my own goddamn language. They gotta be fucking speaking their goddamn language fluently. I just want to get my point across most of the time. Well-established household names in language learning, right up there with the other commercial giants like Rosetta Stone and Michael Thomas. Questions about whether or not PIMS will work do tend to pop up all over the place. To do simple search yields a lot of views. I said my Rosetta Stone review, nearly all of this research, all of the search results that you'll find online to Pimsleur are totally suspect, because they're either motivated solely by commission rates for selling it or trying to deceive you into buying something else. by dismissing it. Very few reviews actually go into real depth to cover its content and effectiveness and fairness. Oh, this review will do that. Oh, let's say. 2 editions of languages that I know extremely well, Egyptian and Eastern Arabic. 3 that I know quite well, Korean, Russian, and Irish. And 1 language that I know absolutely nothing of, Thai. I've also studied the book How to Learn a Foreign Language by Paul Pimsleur himself, which gives me a lot more insight into his method. There are some new software packages available on the Simon & Schuster website, but it seems to be the original Pimsleur method plus flashcards and game apps. It's not called Pimsleur method, TM, not Pimsleur approach. Let's see. A bogey site that looks incredibly professional and real. Oh, which hooks people. Blah, 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 blah. Pimsleur is not just a learning tool, it's a method. Let's do the most important thing first. One of the terms that gets thrown around a lot in the language learning discussion is spaced repetition system. I feel it's one of those terms which everybody knows it's a good thing, but most people actually don't understand what it means, so I'll explain it to you in the simplest way possible to understand. You learn a foreign language, you come across a brand new word that you've never seen before, you forget it almost immediately, 1 hour later you see it again, it's familiar to you, but you can't remember it until the answer's shown, a few hours go by, and then you forget it, the next day you see it again. This time, it's very familiar, but you still can't remember until it's shown. 3 days later, it's shown the word again, you finally remember the word. Let's see. There's a larger gap between the time it's shown and the previous time you saw it. At first, you forget the word almost immediately, but gradually it becomes more and more familiar until you remember it with ease. Paul Pimsleur developed his own version of that based on his research into intervals, this period between each time a word or phrase is recalled. So the Pimsleur method adheres to a fairly rigid timeline, starting with a high frequency recall in seconds and minutes and gradually moving up to days, weeks, and months. So if you listen to a Pimsleur product, you'll hear a word, sentence, and introduce for the first time, and then seconds later you'll be asked to recall it. Then it will be minutes later, or hours, and so on. Paul Pimsleur knew how important participation is in the process of learning a language. Usually when people learn with that, they do it for memorization. In other words, it's just listening or reading at spaced intervals. Pimsleur products pressure you to recall and participate in an actual exchange. So instead of playing a word to get you to remember it, the audio series asks you how to say something or to respond to a native speaker. The beautiful thing about it is that it never allows you to become a passive listener. You're actively involved in what you're listening to, and the presenter of the series keeps you on your toes because you need to respond at various intervals. This active recollection is powerful at getting you to recall and use the language just as you would often have to do in real life situations. If you're interested in how this works, knowing more about it, the best explanation I've come across is actually by the man himself in his own book, the Paul Pimsleur PhD method. So what does that mean, the visual spatial learners like myself? What about people who remember things by seeing them? As a visual spatial learner, see my detailed post about that here, I've always learned better by being able to visualize what I'm learning, although I'm a huge fan of earworms. I don't know what that is. Since Paul Pimsleur is entirely audio-based, except for a reading booklet, which accounts for a small part of it, this poses the question whether or not it's suitable for someone who learns visually. It actually is, at least for me personally, and I'll explain why. For a program that's entirely auditory, Pimsleur is surprisingly visual in its own kind of way. How? First of all, the presenter gets you to imagine scenarios. Imagine an American man meeting an Irish woman in an area where Irish is spoken. He wants to begin a conversation. I didn't realize this at first, but this kind of mental imagery can actually be more stimulating for me as a visual spatial learner than reading a text on a page. If I were to read those same lines, imagine an American man meeting an Irish woman, as words on paper on a screen, I might even distract me from visualizing it because I'd be focused more on the actual text I'm reading. The other thing is the way the pronunciation of words is presented. The native speakers speak the words backwards one syllable at a time. This actually gets you to picture and focus on each individual syllable. We associate sounds with mental images constantly, and it's those mental images that serve in helping us remember what we hear. One thing I would recommend if you do use the Pimsleur is to make sure you're not preoccupied with anything while you're listening to it, i.e. commuting, since concentration is so important. Very polite language. I found the same issue with the Rosetta Stone and other products. Just listening to Pimsleur, Korean, Russian, Egyptian, and Eastern Arabic, I have noticed an excessively formal and polite language used in the dialogues. For example, polite verb forms in Korean and plural BB pronoun in Russian. Although it's good to practice to learn how to use the free forms where appropriate, in reality native speakers aren't always like this formal. Especially when talking to a family member or strangers who are the same age or younger. The difference between Rosetta Stone and Pimsleur, though, is that Rosetta Stone makes the absurd mistake of having older people address younger people and people who are friends and family addressing each other using polite forms, which is almost always not the case in speaking from experience living in these places. Pimsleur's defense, most of the dialects are strangers addressing each other, so their use of polite form is quite justifiable. Their vocabulary is limited. One of the common criticisms for the Pimsleur method is that it doesn't teach enough vocabulary. Each language series only introduces a few hundred new words in total. The exact amount depends on how many levels there are, since some languages only have one level and others have 3, 4, or even 5. Here's what the Simon & Schuster website has to say about this. Effective communication in any language depends on a mastery of a relatively limited number of words and structures. Trying to learn too much at once subsequently slows the process, and many people quickly become discouraged. Pimsleur courses deliberately limit the amount you can learn at once at any one time, giving your brain a chance to internalize each new item before moving on. Once this foundation is built, adding new words and phrases becomes an easy natural because there are a clear framework to attach them to. Language products like Pimsleur aren't meant to exhaust sources of vocabulary. They exist to teach you a framework of language so that you can do the rest on your own. No language product or course is going to teach you every bit of a vocab that you want or need. It's up to you to do that. I can't judge the recordings of the Thai version that I sampled, but I can say some of the language versions do sound dreadfully artificial. Both Arabic versions that I listened to made me skeptical that I was even listening to native speakers. At least a few of the voices sounded very, non-native. I have my Egyptian friends listen to the Egyptian Arabic recordings, and they had a bit of a giggle at how silly the voice actors sound. Not just the accents, but the manner in which they were speaking. This is unfortunately a common problem with a lot of the languages, a lot of the language product dialogues, in that they sound like somebody hired a D-grade voice actor and just read the script. On the other hand, I was quite impressed by the Russian, Irish, and Korean recordings, which sound much better than the Arabic. Language lessons are intentionally very short. I must say, I think the way that this marketed is a bit disingenuous. One of the biggest selling points of Pimsleur is that you only need 30 minutes a day to become a proficient in a language. As someone who has learned many languages and failed some, I can attest that this is definitely not true. 30 minutes of language does not cut it. You learn a language well in a reasonable amount of time requires hours a day, constantly. Pimsleur's marketing needs to be a bit more clear about what they mean. Are they saying that the only let's see. Studying for hours on end is detrimental, and you can actually retain more by focusing on a smaller amount on a short time. As I said before, it's harder to learn 10% or 50 words than it is to learn 100 or 100% of 5 words. Let's see. It should be 30 minutes of Pimsleur plus many hours of language use. Its priorities are right. Wow, this is I'm not gonna read this whole. Let's see. Oh no, the read is okay, so it's not too terribly long. There's no book or program to look at. You just put on your headphones, listen and repeat. So the emphasis is entirely on speaking and listening. This is how languages should be learned. Languages are not written, they're spoken, or in the case of the hearing impaired side. We invented writing systems as a way to representing spoken sounds on paper, not the other way around. I think part of the problem with language education is that we've reduced the foreign languages down to a list of rules on paper. We focus too much on representation of what we hear when we should focus on what we hear first and worry about the representation later. Doing so is not only a more natural way to learn, but also helps with your pronunciation. You can't really learn to pronounce something improperly by reading it. You need lots of listening and repeating. Read it, say it, write it, repeat it. Pimsleur came out when cassettes were all the rage and there was no internet or easy way to find native speakers for practice, so it makes sense that something like Pimsleur would have been groundbreaking at the time, not just because it's an effective methodology, because it was something new that utilized the technology of the day, and it's true when any brand is around for long enough, it gains familiarity and trust. Blah, 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 blah. Pimsleur is ludicrously expensive. It's a fantastic product of which I have mostly good things to say about, but the price is frankly extreme and completely unaffordable by ordinary people. For example, French 1 through 5, the CD version, is currently selling for $1,190 On the Simon & Schuster site, it's or $550 if you take the MP3 version, which is still very goddamn expensive. They do provide a lot of different options to customers. Let's see. I'll never condone piracy on this site, especially having created my own language product and knowing how much work and love goes into making something that other people steal. But by putting price tags on like that on Pimsleur, I think they're encouraging people to do the wrong thing. As I said on a Rosetta Stone review, there's so much you can buy with that kind of money. For example, instead of $500 for 1 through 5 pins, let's say, you can get 50 personalized one-on-one lessons with a native speaker on Italki by a cheaper, similar audio-based product on the Earworms MBT or Glossica. Product like Rocket Leagues. If you're in the US or Australia, you could put the money toward an actual trip to places like Latin America, Quebec, Southeast Asia, and so on. In any case, this $1,190 Canadian dollars version, you could probably buy a whole overseas trip. That money could feed you or pay your accommodations for months in the Mideast and many parts of Asia. You should always consider what you could achieve with that kind of money before going out and spending it on a very expensive product. But hey, if you got the cash and you're cool with spending it, then Pimsleur is an excellent product. It's a tool that I would definitely recommend for new learners. I'm not gonna spend $550 goddamn dollars. You're like, no. That's not, that's just not who I am. I have standards, and I knew of Rosetta Stone, and I started using Rosetta Stone, which again, I might look into it. I want to look at what Italki was. Naive. Oh, that's this website. Ghana. Professional teacher. Ayaka. I might do these one of these days. Hourly rate $24 fucking an hour. Jesus. I teach Japanese. She's a professional teacher. He's a professional teacher. Or a community tutor. Huh. Again, I might look at these one day just to... You're from, like, fucking Spain. And Lithuania... Oh, that's the Lithuanian flag. New... Oh, well, there you go. Again, I'll look into this stuff. Again, that's going to be the end of the stream. I'll look into more of this stuff for later. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single last one of you. If you liked what you saw, fucking tell me about it. If you didn't, fucking please let me know. And I love you all. I love each and every single one of you very much. And I will see you next time.